I know you guys been waiting for me to make a video about this, about EDP and Boogie. I don't really know too much about Boogie, but I did watch the documentary of the sad and downfall of Boogie. Um, I'm gonna be honest. The only way I knew Boogie was through Wings Redemption. I remember those two did like a boxing match a few years ago, and Boogie lost. He got knocked out and everything like that. Well, he didn't get knocked out, but Wings Redemption won that fight. Um, that's how I kind of knew who he was, but not particularly. So I decided to go on to this guy named Mike Slav. I think that's his name. This guy named Mike. He was the one that did the documentary of the downfall of Boogie. And I just got through watching it 30 minutes ago. It's like a 50-some minute video, I think, 55 minutes on video. I sat there and watched it to get a better understanding of Boogie. And all I got to say about Boogie, and you see what this guy right here says. He said, why is Boogie 2988 breaking bread with EDP445? Really? You really gonna ask that question, man? The answer is simple. They're both pedophiles. Simple as that. That's why EDP and Boogie are sitting at the table together, because they're both pedophiles. Okay? Boogie's got a history of beating on women. You know, he's got a history of assault with aggravated assault and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a woman beater. This guy's a pedophile, just like EDP. So, of course, these two are going to come to terms and be like, hey, man, I know what it feels like to be harassed by people, being called by pedophiles. I know what it feels like when people harass you and all that type of stuff. Of course. Of course. They both went broke. They both lived off of YouTube. If you really think about it, these two both are broke. Okay? These two had millions of subscribers. Had millions of subscribers. You know, Boogie got like 4 million subscribers. I think he at the time he had way more subscribers than EDP. But people are still angry with Boogie just as much as people are still angry with EDP. So of course these two pedos are going to have a lot in common. I mean, come on. You know, the only thing that Boogie got advantage over EDP is that at least Boogie can get some pussy. You know, he can get some girls. I mean, Boogie's dating a 20-year-old girl, which she's just as much as a loser. Because how old is Boogie? Boogie's like 46 or 49 years old. And the woman that he's with is 20 or 21 years old. So, you know, she's bony. His girlfriend is very bony. I mean, she's a loser for even dating a pedophile like Boogie anyway. I'm like, come on, girl, you can do better. You're like in your early 20s. You can do better. You're going to go with a pedophile like Boogie? Come on, girl, you can do better than that. Come on now. I'm sure some people probably whispering in your ear, this guy's too old for you. This guy's a pedophile. This guy's a woman beater. I'm pretty sure some people was probably in her ear, but you know, stupid people like Boogie's girlfriend got to learn the hard way, though. She's got to learn the hard way and everything like that. That explains why. That explains why Boogie girlfriend chose Boogie, because she's a weirdo. Because anytime a woman decides to date a pedophile and date a woman beater, they're just as weird. So she's just as weird as Boogie is. She's a weirdo like Boogie. But no, guys, I'm not surprised to see this. I mean, this is a, hey, get together pedophile meeting right here. I'm pretty sure EDP probably asked Boogie like, hey man, how did you do it, man? How did you manage that? They both got a lot in common. You know what I'm saying? They both got exposed. You know what I'm saying? So of course these two is gonna be buddies. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. You know, and it really sickens me. It really sickens me that these pedophiles getting all these attentions. You know, you got people knocking on their door and say, "Hey, would you want to do a documentary of your?" You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just sickening, man. It's like these pedophiles, they get a pass. They get a pass. So I guess they're gonna do a documentary of EDP445. You know what I'm saying? I guess the guy named Mike is gonna do a documentary of EDP445, and we already know what it's gonna be like, man. EDP is gonna get up there and say, "Hey, it was a setup and everything like that." You know what EDP is gonna say, man. You know exactly what he's gonna say. You know, so I'm definitely gonna be interested in seeing what the EDP have to say for himself, though, because I guess EDP thinking that doing this is probably gonna redeem himself for who he is. I don't think it's gonna work. Boogie couldn't redeem himself. Like, he tried to redeem himself, but people on the internet still mad at him. You know what I'm saying? And they have every right to be angry. I mean, these two right here is the biggest loser on YouTube. These are the biggest losers. These are the biggest major L taken. I mean, again, they both have a lot in common. They're both pedos. Boogie even said that he's dying too, because, you know, Boogie, he's got to lay in the bed with a breathing tube or whatever like that. You know, he's on medical bills and stuff like that. EDP, from what we heard a few years ago, they saying that he was dying and everything like that. I mean, yeah, these two are going to buddy up. They're both buddies. You know what I'm saying? But it really sickens me, man. It just really sickens me that these people are still willing to do business with these pedophiles. Like, it's really sickening. It's like, and I say it once and I say it again, we live in an era where people look at right as wrong and wrong as right. You know what I'm saying? It sickens me. It just makes me sick that these pedophiles out there are getting people to, "Hey man, we'll pay you such and such if you confess." And you know they had to pay EDP some money. You know EDP had to name his price in order to do this kind of stuff. I mean, if I was the Mike guy, I wouldn't even want to. Man, who in the world wants to pay a pedophile anyway? You know what I'm saying? It's just sickening to me, man. It's just very sickening. It makes me sick, man. When you got all these talent people, you got all these small time YouTubers out there that's doing everything in their power to do what they can to try to be famous. You know, they do everything in their power and they still gets nowhere. They gets no viewership. But if you're somebody like Boogie, or if you're somebody like EDP445 and you go out there and y'all end up being pedophiles, all of a sudden they get the attention, they get the celebrity attention. Like, what kind of bullshit is that, people? What kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of world that we live in right now, man. You got all these hardworking people on YouTube trying to be something, and they don't get the attention like they want. You know, Boogie's an original YouTuber just like me. I was on YouTube since 2007 when it first came out. You know, I started my career off of YouTube too, so I'm one of the YouTube originals too. Now, I'm not going to sit here and bitch and be like, well, how come I'm not as famous as Boogie and EDP? And I've been on here just as long as they had. Because I chose not to be in that kind of world. I don't want to be that much of a big star. I don't want to be someone with 4 million subscribers. I don't want that. I do not want that. But that's the thing with Boogie and EDP. You two got too comfortable with the internet. You did. You both got too comfortable with the internet. You two let everybody know too much about y'all's business. That's the thing about me. I'm a private guy. I'm not the kind of guy who's going to come on here and tell the internet my business. You know what I'm saying? Because it's none of their business what goes on in my personal life. Where you got people like Boogie and EDP, these kind of people, they get too comfortable with the internet. And then when shit goes bad for them, people go to their house. I saw the video where Boogie had a gun. I think he had like a black revolver gun. Someone come knocking on his door and he shot his gun and stuff like that. Which they was wrong for going to his house. I mean, for one, man, you don't go to nobody's house. You know what I'm saying? Because you just asking for a bullet. I mean, whoever went to Boogie's house, they just lucky Boogie didn't shoot their ass. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much, you know what I'm saying? No matter how much you despise people like EDP and Boogie, I ain't gonna go to their house. I'm not gonna knock on their door and try to call them out on their own property. You know what I'm saying? Because you just asking to get shot. You know what I'm saying? You just asking to get shot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, I'm not surprised of saying this, man, because everybody like, why is Boogie and EDP together? I mean, it's this simple, man. They both pedophiles. They're both losers. They both lost major respect for the internet. They both are the most hated. Of course. These two relate to each other. You know what I'm saying? You know? So, EDP, I told y'all, man, that EDP is up to something. I told y'all, when the football season is over with, EDP is going to try to find something else. He's going to do something different. I told y'all that, man. So, yeah, I want to see this documentary that they're going to make about Edp445. I want to see if EDP is going to sit there and say, well, I was a set up, you know, I was set up and this and that and all that type of stuff. But, yeah, we're going to see, guys. We're definitely going to see about these two right here. But I don't know what, I mean, you can see, I mean, look at these two. They're both unhealthy. They both health is bad. I mean, look, they're both sitting there eating burgers. And then they wonder why their health is so bad. So, of course, these two are buddy-buddy. I don't know who came to who first. I don't know if EDP came to Boogie or Boogie came to EDP. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who came to who first. But, nah, guys, I mean, come on. They're both two pedophiles. So, yeah, these two is going to be buddies. They're buddies. They're going to be buddy because let me tell you something. I wouldn't want to associate myself with a pedophile. I wouldn't even want to do videos with a pedophile. But it doesn't bother Boogie because Boogie's a pedophile himself. So he's not going to have a problem meeting another guy that's a pedophile just like him. He's not going to have an issue with that at all because they're both sick. They're both sick. They're both sick freaks. So of course they're gonna be buddies. That's why EDP said he had a good time. I think it was EDP or Boogie, EDP or whoever said they had a good time talking to each other. So yeah, of course these two are gonna be buddies. Come on now. You know, I'm just shaking my head right now, man. That this is just funny to me though. That you got two pedophiles sitting at the table eating burgers together. But we'll see, people. That's just my thoughts about it, though, guys, man. I just kind of shake my head about the whole situation, man. That it's just sad, though, that these pedophiles out there that has no talent, has nothing, you know, they get more attention than people who try to bust their ass. That's pretty sad, though, man. That's pretty sad. You know, in order to get the attention, you got to be like Boogie and EDP. You got to be a fat slob like them two. You got to have health issues, or you got to be someone that's messing with minors or beating on women and stuff like that in order to get the popularity and the fame on the internet. I mean, that's just pretty pathetic to me. How people look at it nowadays, you know what I'm saying? It's just really pathetic, you know. Boogie said he's one of the YouTube originals. I never even heard about this guy before, to be honest with you. I've been on YouTube just as long as Boogie have. I ain't never heard of this guy. He do look familiar. He do look familiar though. His face do look kind of familiar from the old days. So maybe I might have seen some of his videos, but I probably only watched it for about maybe 2 minutes, and I just clicked off because I said, "This guy ain't funny, man. This guy's boring." I mean, just I'm just thinking about it, man. Again, these two are a bunch of broke bastards. They rely on the internet for money. You know what I'm saying? They're both too lazy to work. If you really think about it, EDP doesn't want to work, and Boogie doesn't want to work. You know what I'm saying? It's always people like these on the internet that just a bunch of slob people. They don't want to work. I've seen the documentary video of what's his name? Boogie. Boogie went to an employment place and he told that lady that he was a pedophile and he beat his woman up and he's a felon and everything like that. And the woman literally said that he don't have a snowball chance in hell getting a damn job. So that's what he should have done, was work. But, him and EDP is no different, man. They both get on the internet. They both want to make money off the internet, and they can't really make the kind of money, though. Talk about bad management, man. Like these two don't even know how to manage their own money and shit like that. A bunch of idiots, man. Don't know how to manage money, and then they get on the internet and cry about their sad story, especially Boogie. Boogie gets on there and cry about his sad story, like, I need money, I need money, I need money. Go out and get a job or do something. But he can't get hired, man, because he's a felon. So ain't nothing he can do. It's pathetic, man. It's really pathetic. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got to say. It's your boy, Mr. Opinions. I'm out. Peace.